Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to these segments of videos. We had a rather warm night, even though the weather was in the, well, it says it's 41 right now, but when we went to bed, temperature gauge said 38. Might have dipped a little bit, but it might have not, I'm not sure. It rained all night long. Right, Eric? Eric's ahead of camera.
Yeah, it was scary. He couldn't even sleep. The noise was just so. It was like hail, rain, like everything.
Yeah, it's just constantly hitting the roof of the shelter. I mean, it was warm. I'm not gonna lie, we were warm up until like 6 in the morning. That's when I started feeling a little bit chilly. But around 2 in the morning, that I got up, what I ended up doing before we went to bed is I brought this tarp with us, and I brought the tarp just so that we can have it as a shelter in case we got hit by a storm while we were still hiking. We could throw it over us and be dry. Anyway, well, I threw it over our sleeping bags across all three of us, and that did a wonderful job of keeping us nice and warm.
Yeah.
The only caveat to that, the only kicker was that we were so warm that it started creating condensation. So the top of our sleeping bags actually got wet. Not wet to the point where we were chilly, no, because we were still warm, but they're wet. So now our decision, we got to make a decision whether we hike through. Not sure if you're going to be able to see me. Whether we keep going and sleep in wet sleeping bags tonight, or hike it back out to the car.
It was pretty nice outside there. It's just a little wet.
Is it wet?
Yeah, the sun's kind of out, but...
Okay, so we're going to make a decision. We're going to get breakfast in our stomachs, get something warm. It is chilly. We're going to probably hang the sleeping bags for a bit, maybe an hour. It's about 8 in the morning right now. As long as we get going by 10, we should be fine. For the next shelter, it's about a 10-mile run, but it's not going to be climbing no more. So we're going to be constant at 6,000 feet in elevation. We should be already climbing down for the next shelter. We should, if I remember correctly from my notes, about 5,000 feet, and then from there it's all downhill. So we made it through the rough part. Climbing those 4,000 feet yesterday was just hard, especially when you're carrying a big bag. You know, I thought my back was gonna really give out yesterday. You know, we came into the shelter, and first thing I did is just got some food in us.
Yeah.
And I went in the sleeping bag. I lay down. I rested for about an hour. Took a couple of leave I had brought. And yeah, in about an hour 15, I got up, started the fire, you know, chill with the boys a little bit, and then we hunkered down for bed around 9 o'clock p.m. So, you know, I'm gonna get up, see how my back feels. If my back's okay, we could probably trek it. But the only worry now is if it keeps raining today. Well, actually, I mean, if it doesn't rain Monday, they said if it's raining Monday, we're out of luck. It's that river crossing. I mean, it's going to be 40 degrees out. We have to go in the river, cross it. They say it's not that wide, but it could be a little bit, you know, deep in certain spots, maybe waist high deep. And we can't afford to get wet. I mean, and hypothermia right now, I mean, it's in the 40s. It's in the 40s. I mean, we could hypothermia very easily. We do have our dry sacks where we could put our clothes in. I do have an idea on how to cross it if we do push forward, but we're going to make a majority vote right now. I mean, you know, I read this statement or line as I was researching the hikes and everything that, you know, and I can't remember the guy's name, so please, it's not plagiarism, but he said going back home is mandatory. Well, I guess in a way it's not, right? But pretty much it is mandatory. But finishing our hike is optional. So we could always come back. But let's get some breakfast in us, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye. Eric, where'd you go, bud? Say bye to the camera.
Alright.
Well, here's this other sleeping head. I swear, my oldest could sleep through anything and anything. I don't think he woke up at all last night. Where my little one and I were getting up and, Dad, it's raining. Yeah, it's raining. It's really hard. It sucks. Yeah, I know. Oh man, the sleeping bag's a little wet. Oh, but I'm still warm. So hey, anyway.
My head is all wet.
And one thing not to do, guys, please. We did it. We hung our food from. I mean, we don't have high ordered food. I mean, everything's packed in tight bags. You know, either bars and stuff like that. You know, but I mean, like I said, it was so pouring last night. I just did not want to get out there and get wet. I know we have our gear, but we winged it. You know, you can see my son has his bear spray there. I have an air horn by me, and I have my bear can as well. You know, and black bears are easy to scare. But I guess if you come across a hungry bear, ain't nothing gonna stop him. Anyway, talk to you soon, guys. Later.